Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning into my channel. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Sandra with Shooting Stars Intuitive Readings. I offer intuitive, tarot, and mediumship readings for those interested. You're welcome to check out my links below in the description box. Please be sure to comment, like, and share to help grow and support my channel. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today I thought I would go over the new moon energies coming through. So for those of you that don't know who I am, traditionally I don't shuffle ahead of time. So what I like to do is provide a time for you in case you are interested in skipping over my shuffling. You can go ahead directly to the timestamp indicated. I thought today we would go over what is it that you're currently manifesting and what's this new moon coming up here bringing in for you. Okay, let's see. So what new moon, what does this new moon have in store for you? What energies does this new moon? Wow, tons of cards want to. What's your energy during the new moon? What energies are you experiencing during this new moon? What do you need to be open to during this new moon? What's trying to come into fruition with this new moon? And how can you focus your attention to bring your desires into reality? There are a lot of new opportunities coming in. They're coming in rather strong. So, see what I mean? Look at that. We have the Eight of Cups, and this new moon is bringing forth an opportunity. So, I'm hearing for a lot of you, this is truly a test to really find out whether you'll actually pick this cup up and take, advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so I feel like the person that's coming in, for some of you, I feel like it's one person. For others of you, I feel like this is a group of people. But I feel like this is a person that's coming in, but they're really subtle. I'm also seeing almost like a chain of events. So this person is going to come in, and this person's going to know this other person that's going to talk to this other person. So you might be dealing with almost like a networking type of situation where it's just that word of mouth, right? And so I feel like this person that comes in might feel, and see, you might miss this person if you're not careful, because this person is coming in and you might not really notice them, but I do feel that the person that's coming in is going to lead you towards someone of a position of power. And what that means is that the position of power doesn't necessarily mean that this person has to have like a high leadership position, even though for some of you this is the case. But I'm feeling like you're dealing with someone that has the power to help shift the dynamic in your situation. So, see what I mean? Look, like I'm getting the King of Wands, right? So I'm getting someone that's they know what they want. They go after it and they get it, and they don't think twice about it, right? So this is a very strong, determined energy. But see, the person that's coming in here that's helping you connect with this fire sign is actually the person that's helping open the door towards this new beginning that you're being led to, right? For some of you, you might be dealing with some healthcare issues or some changes with your health. And I mean, perhaps you've been struggling and you're finally starting to feel better. And I mean, granted, health could be on a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual level, right? It's just that whole piece of the pie is what I'm hearing. So I feel like for some of you, things are coming together to help make you feel whole, right? To help shift that dynamic. So what I feel is for a lot of you, and again, these are general readings, the situation you're in is turning around, but you have to be really aware of the energy that's coming in to approach you, because there's a definite shift happening, but it might be very subtle at first. So it's very, very important that you're aware of what's coming in and that you're aware of what you're trying to bring in. I'm feeling for some of you, this might be that situation where somebody reaches out to you and it might not seem like anything really worth of importance, but in reality, this person's just, I'm hearing the words like gateway. And I feel like this person is opening the path for you to find that person. Whether that person is a person that has the answers to help you, you know, meet the hiring manager, whether this is a person that's going to give you the right advice so you can shift your romantic dynamic, right? Whether this is a person that's giving you advice on your monies, right? Like whether this is a person that's helping you shift your energy, right? And so this person's going to help guide you towards it. For some of you, this is the person that's guiding you towards finding the answers that you need with regards to help to create a positive shift, to finally come full circle. But without that initial contact with that person, that my energy might not make it to you. I mean, it's for those of you that this speaks to, the energy will eventually come back, but it might take longer, right? So this new moon is really guiding you towards that, because see what I mean? Like the energy that you're in right now, you're in a transition period. Like you're at the end of a road where it's almost like your ships have sailed and you're ready to land. Literally, like you're ready just to move on and get started with this new path. So you're being called to really pay attention to your spiritual gifts, whether you're connecting with spirit or whether you are in tune with your own intuitive guidance. Like you're really being called to listen to that, because what's happening is that not everything is going to be as loud and clear like they'd normally, right? Because the circumstances happening right now are not quote unquote normal. So you really, really, really have to rely on your intuition to help move you forward, right? And so, for example, some of you might feel like you're at the end of a road and you're ready for this next phase, but you haven't quite seen it and you can't quite feel it just yet. Like it hasn't materialized, but in reality, you already know that there's an ending. You're just not really sure the specifics of it. So forgive the past, right? Try to let go of what's happened, and this might be letting other people go, letting situations go, but see, there's strength there. Stand in your strength and go after what you want, right? And I'm also hearing like friendly approach, kinder approach, right? Because you've been through so much that I'm almost feeling like even you might need to feel consoled and loved and nurtured because you've just been through so much. Because I'm hearing the words like tame the beast. And you guys will have to let me know who that speaks to, but it's almost like you're being called to tame your own inner beast, to try to allow yourself to sort of take a step back and relax, because in reality, there is a wish coming true here. Something you've been trying to manifest is coming into fruition here really soon. And I feel for a lot of you, you guys really feel it. Like, it's like, but you don't know. You're in that middle ground, right? You're at the end of a road, but at the same time, you're not 100% because a lot of what you want hasn't fully materialized in the physical world. But Spirit is saying, this is the energy that you are in with this new moon. Like, continue focusing on what it is that you want. Continue creating, because it's going to be given to you. Like, I keep hearing the words full circle. So I feel like a lot of you are coming in full circle. Whatever you've been dealing with, it's closing itself out and you're going to start a new chapter. Like you're going to start a new opportunity for something. And I'm getting clarification on this Nine of Cups to try to find out a little bit more about what's coming in for you. Oh my gosh, see what I mean? All that glitters. Like Spirit is rewarding you for your efforts, literally. So if you've been stressed out and worried about what you're going to have, or some of you might even actually be worried about your finances, if you're going to be safe and secure, if you're going to have what you need, But look at that. Look, Spirit is really calling for you to take a leap of faith, to believe, to know that what you want is already on its way. Even if it's not, even if it hasn't physically manifested quite yet, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want, because I feel for a lot of you, you are going to get what you want. And I keep seeing the infinity sign. So some of you, actually, you're going to level up. You're going to end up making more money, or things are just going to end up turning out a lot better than what you'd anticipate. It's almost like you've been trying to manifest this new life. You've been wishing and hoping, and you've been working really hard for it. But at the same time, it's almost like you're so used to not receiving it that you're not sure if you're actually going to get it, or you're going to be able to pull this one off. Well, Spirit is telling me right now that you are going to pull this one off. See, you have help coming from heaven. Like, you literally have spiritual and divine guidance. But see, this is what I mean. See, Spirit, like, decide to lean onto your faith and lean onto your intuition, because I'm hearing for some of you, there's like a huge transformation. I'm also feeling that you're protected. Like, I could see Archangel Michael stepping in to protect you, so this change that you're planning is going to happen. Granted, that doesn't apply to everybody, but if most of what I've said does resonate with you, know that what you're planning will happen, right? And so, oh my gosh, see, look at this. See, Spirit has seen. See, look, you've been loyal. Look, you're an earth angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. See, but the world is in her hands. Like, the universe is literally in her hands. And then look, as clarification, I'm getting the Magician. See, what have you been asking for? What are you asking for? What are you trying to co-create? Because it's happening. It's like it's already here, It hasn't fully manifested into the physical, but you're coming through as the Queen of Wands, right? She knows what she wants. She doesn't take no for an answer. She goes out and she gets it, right? There's also a deep sense of commitment that's coming through right now, and loyalty, but a deep sense of commitment. And also this cats have an incredible sense of intuition. So for some reason, I feel like this cat is symbolizing your innate ability to predict like what's already going to happen, like before it actually happens. You guys will have to let me know. The other thing that comes to mind is this daisy that this Queen of Wands is holding in her hands, So some of you are probably going to start seeing what you want materialize here in the spring, which the spring is literally now. But the thing is don't get stuck. Like, don't get stuck on what used to be, move your body, continue moving towards what you want. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, whatever it is that you might be feeling, take some time to breathe. Take some time to relax. Take some time to surrender it if you feel like you're pushing too hard. But most importantly, take steps towards it, because what's coming for you, and look, this is what's literally here, is the Sun card. Like, things are going to turn out really, really well for you. It's not even funny. For some of you, I swear love always sneaks in, right? Like, you're dealing with a love situation. And some of you, you might be coming, see, there's that cat again. You know what I mean? It's like that. I'm hearing the words like won't leave your side. So there's someone around you that might feel like they're gone, whether that person is sitting right next to you, or whether that person seems estranged. I feel like there's someone that hasn't left your side. Like, I feel like there's someone that does care deeply about you, and that they haven't given up on the idea of making things work with you, right? So there's someone around you, and whether this is physically near you or energetically speaking, there's someone that hasn't quite left your side, that literally wants to be a part of your foundation. Like, that's what I'm hearing. And see, here we get consider your foundation. You are being asked to look how committed you are to love. See, some of you have closed your heart off to love and have decided that you don't need it. But what Spirit is saying here is that that's not true, that that's a lie, that you do need love and you do want it. So you're being called right now to not necessarily focus on this person, because I feel like this person hasn't left your side. Like, I feel if you're thinking that things are over with this person, and granted, it's different for everybody, this is for people that can feel, for those that are constantly dreaming about a specific someone. This is for those that, can't get someone out of their head, not necessarily in an obsessive way, but you just feel very energetically connected to this person, right? So for those that speaks to, I feel like clarity is going to come through rather quickly, and that this person is, the reason why you're picking up on them is because this person is thinking about you and you're in their thoughts, and in reality they see a future with you, right? But they know that it's going to take work to make it work with you. And so I'm getting the feeling that this person's like rather hesitant because they really don't know how to approach the situation. It's like they know that they need to take action towards you, but they're not really sure. But I feel that you're co-creating a reunion with this person, whether this is to get closure and peace, or whether this is to start a brand new chapter with them. But there's definitely an offer that's coming in. But I will say that for those of you that are dealing with someone from the past, you're being called to focus on love. You're being called to focus on the gentler side of things, because I'm almost feeling like some of you have had like past hurts that you might come off too strong. You know what I mean? This card says, look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. But granted, this doesn't mean ignore the red flags, right? But this means like tame that wild beast, that beast that wants to just throw it all out there and say what you feel, right? I feel like when this person comes to you, it's really important to listen to what they have to say. Even if you have to bite your tongue a little, give them the opportunity to tell you what they want, because I feel like you'll be able to understand the situation so much better. But see, look, this is what they're trying to create. It says Nine of Abundance. It says life is beautiful. Your hard work and dedication to your dreams will provide you with great peace and contentment. Take time to enjoy quiet moments of reflection and leisure. See, for a lot of you, I feel like you're pretty happy just being on your own. Like, you think about this person, but you're not necessarily holding your breath or waiting on that person, right? But I do feel for some of you, that this person's gonna surprise you. You guys will have to let me know what that means. But I do feel this person is going to surprise you. But getting back to the general reading, I feel that the current circumstances are changing, but they're changing for the better, and they're changing to help bring you back to what you love, because I feel for a lot of you, it's almost like you've gotten to that point where you're not yourself, and you're just needing to bring yourself back. I do feel that there are people around you that are going to help you, but I do feel like you're being led down a different path to bring you back to that state of joy. This card literally says, back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. I feel like the opportunities that are coming in, they're coming in because they're trying to remind you about what speaks to your soul, like what speaks to your spirit, right? They're trying to remind you that even though things have been tough, love is around you, and that people do love you, people do care about you, that things can be different. They want to remind you that you're not done. You're not done. Even though it might seem like it's easier to sort of be in misery, but it's almost like misery loves company, right? Like you want things to change, but at the same time, you're not really feeling like things are gonna change. Like spirit is reminding you that you're an unfinished symphony. Like your path, your journey, it's not done, and you're not you're not staying where you're at, pretty much. Like things are going to change. And most importantly, see, this is the second card that shows helpful people. There are helpful people that are going to show up to help you. There are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you aren't noticing or trusting the gifts heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around you. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to get clarity as long as you act upon your dreams. See what I mean? Like, don't get so stuck on the way things have been that you forget to see the beauty around you, and you forget to go after what you really want. Because there's misery loves company, right? They want more misery, and misery feeds off more misery. And it's almost like this vicious cycle of, if you're sitting around upset and sad and feeling trapped, right? Like, it's almost like you spiral going downwards. Like you just get dug deeper into this bigger and bigger and bigger hole. Spirit is reminding you that that's not your path. Like that's not what you're meant to experience. You're meant to experience something completely different, which is freedom, which is happiness, which is love, right? Not just romantic love, but love, being loved and accepted by those around you. So see what I mean? Look, spirit is reminding you that there's no need to feel trapped. See, this is the second trap card. Look at that. See, this card literally says, you may feel as though you're restricted by the circumstances you find yourself in, but that's just an illusion. Make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that's making you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come rescue you when you can rescue yourself. Like when you can free yourself, right? Like there's no point in waiting. Be your own hero, right? Be your own hero. So what spirit is trying to send you during this new moon is they're trying to send you, I'm hearing the word like a ray of hope, a ray of light, right? And perhaps this ray of light is coming through people that love you and that care about you, and through people that really want to help you. But they want you to remember that you do matter and that you have everything that you need to push yourself forward. If you do find yourself in a pause right now, know that this pause is very temporary. So review carefully, but don't get stuck there. Review very carefully and plan your steps. Journal, um, see where you've been, what have you accomplished, and set some goals during this new moon to help you move forward. Because guess what? This new moon is going to manifest it much quicker than you might anticipate, especially if you do it from an intuitive level, right? Especially if you bring God into it, spirit, the universe, whatever you call him. I always say that for those that know me, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care, right? He doesn't care what you call it, but choose to set some intentions. Choose to find out what are your next goals, but be clear. Why? Why do you want that house? Why do you want that partner? Why do you want that reconnection? Right? What is it going to bring you? And is it going to turn your heart light on? Like, is it going to feed your spirit? Is it going to feed your soul? Is it going to help make you feel happy, feel joy, right? Is it going to help reignite a sense of feeling alive again, right? Because this new moon is guiding you towards powerful changes that are trying to bring back that state of love, right? But that state of love comes from you first, right? So self-care, self-love, self-forgiveness. I feel for a lot of you, you have to forgive yourself for the past, and you have to forgive those that have wronged you, right? It doesn't mean that you have to hate, right? But it just means that that act of self-love might mean that you're no longer going to engage in certain behaviors that don't serve you, right? And that you're going to surrender. The act of self-love might mean that you're going to surrender the situation because you've chosen to feel love. You've chosen to feel joy. And you're choosing to allow for this to come in. Because in reality, what you're trying to create, it's already destined, right? It's already destined, but you don't want to block it by focusing on the negative or by focusing on the past or where you've been, because otherwise you'll recreate that. It's almost that pattern, right? Like attracts like. You'll continue to recreate that situation when God is literally handing you the opportunity to start something that's going to bring about healthier choices, healthier options, whether this is a new job, right? This might be a new job opportunity that feeds your soul, right? Or that helps you accomplish a specific part of your mission, or that brings in someone that truly loves you and accepts you for who you are, right? Who brings in a spiritual relationship, whether that's with a love partner or with other people that will accept you and love you for who you are, right? That you just feel so much more connected. And those relationships, again, they're not hard, but they're kind, they're gentle, they're loving, right? It doesn't mean that they're perfect. It doesn't mean that they won't have bad days, but it just means that it's easier for you to feel accepted, and that in itself, that's a huge, 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 load off your back. That's it. That in itself is an act of love, right? But really, you're being called to that person that you're thinking about, the one you've been having issues with, the one that you've been kind of pulling and pushing back and forth. You need to forgive them, because I'm hearing like they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing to you. They really don't. It's almost like I see someone, and you guys will, again, I always say this because I love hearing when you guys tell me, because sometimes I don't know why I say what I say, but I'm almost feeling like the person you're thinking about is so busy working so hard and trying to clean their own shit up. Literally, those are the words that I heard. That half the time they don't even know if they're coming or going. Like, they don't even know what the heck they're doing. Like, they're just reacting. They're just reacting to life, and they don't understand. So what's the point of holding on to like hate and resentment? Everybody's going through a journey, and it doesn't excuse bad or much less abusive or negative behavior. But in reality, you're not meant to stay there. So why focus on that, right? You're not meant to stay there. And in reality, if you hold on to that resentment and that push and pull from that individual, what's going to happen is you're going to end up holding yourself back from allowing this blessing to come in. Because I feel for a lot of you, there's more than one blessing, whether that's love and money, love and career, money, romance and career. I feel for a lot of you, there's romance and career, romance and career. But some of you are dealing with karmic issues when it comes to your family that for some reason, I feel for some of you, this is family. Like, because I normally don't say so specific, and I know this is so specific, but for some of you, I feel this is family. I'm not feeling this is a romantic partner. For those dealing with a romantic partner, for some reason, the romantic partner that you're thinking of is a bit strange. So I'm almost feeling like they're just disconnected right now. It doesn't mean that it's always going to stay that way, but I feel like that person's just almost unplugged, right? I see this person that they're so overwhelmed with everything that's going on in their head and in their life and in their circle that they really don't have much time or energy to bring anything else in. And so it's not that you don't matter to them, but what's happening is that they just don't have the focus to deal with the situation at hand with you, if that makes sense. But like I said, they are thinking about you, they're putting other things in the forefront, but what's happening is that they're having to deal with their stuff first. But like I said, romance is coming in as a 3, right? So they know that work needs to come in, and that's, I mean, not work. I'm sorry. Some of you might be dealing with someone that's having issues with work, right? Whether they're unemployed or whether they've just recently been furloughed or they're having issues. But for others of you, this person is just, I'm just feeling someone that's incredibly overstimulated, that they can't think things through, right? But as far as this person, this karmic partner, whether this is a friend, a family member, forgiveness is what's going to allow this blessing to come in, right? Because what's trying to come in is your new life. So focusing on what really matters, focusing on the heart of the matter, right? Releasing that which weighs you down, surrendering that which weighs you down. Just temporarily put it aside, decide to be the observer, decide to surrender it to God, and decide to just allow for things to unfold, right? And just kind of go with the flow for now. Just go with the flow. And I say for now, because this new moon is guiding you to focus your attention on that. The emperor is coming through. So this is someone who's very focused and who's very strategic. And again, this emperor doesn't mess around, right? I am hearing some of you are very stuck on your ways, so be really careful with that. For others of you, I'm feeling the need to almost be like this emperor, right? To where you're going with the flow, but you're focusing on what you want, right? You're proactively practicing your meditation. You're proactively refocusing your thoughts. You're proactively putting the energy out as far as what you want, whether that's reaffirming what you want, reaffirming, meaning that you're repeating it, you're speaking it into existence, right? Like, I'm starting my new job and I feel like it's coming this summer. It's really close. I can't wait, right? Or I'm moving into that new house, or I'm buying my new car. And instead of focusing on, well, I don't have a job right now, or I'm not making enough money, or I don't know if I can count on this, right? Whether refocusing your energy and focusing your energy on what is it that you want, because this new moon is going to bring it, because instead of you having to chase it, it's going to bring it to you, but you have to allow it in, and you have to continue to refocus your thoughts on what it is that you are manifesting, because at the end of the day, what's coming is peace and harmony. Like, that's what this new moon is bringing you. This new moon is bringing you peace and harmony. I'm hearing for a lot of you, this is a sigh of relief, right? This is a end to conflict and chaos. For some of you that have been having difficulties with someone in particular, this is mending fences. So this might mean that there's someone, and whoever comes to mind is who that's related to. But this might mean that you're agreeing to disagree, right? And even though you don't necessarily agree with that person's actions or their behavior, you're making the active decision to say, I agree to disagree. I forgive you, not for you, for me, right? But I forgive you, and I can release the situation, and you can move forward from it. And sometimes that's also surrendering it, right? Deciding not to engage. Because in reality, that transformation is happening like right now. So even though you might not feel like the transformation is already occurring, it's happening. It's like happening right now. It's literally just a matter of time for things to fully manifest. See what I mean? Look at this. This is your outcome. You get the Four of Swords. This is a rest period after a battle, after a fight. So you are going to have what it is you've been asking for. But most importantly, you are going to achieve a certain level of peace and serenity because you deserve it, right? I feel like for those of you that are feeling unsettled right now, it's really important for you to focus on not necessarily the end outcome, but the energy that you're walking towards, that your journey is guiding you towards, because your journey is guiding you towards peace and serenity. See, look at this. There's a celebration here, huge celebration. I'm hearing the word sweet victory. See what I mean? Look at that. You're at the end of a cycle. I'm hearing the end of the rope. So it's almost like you've been holding on to this thing for so long that you feel like, oh my God, I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I know it's not good for me, but I just can't. I can't let it go. And it's almost like you're so tired of holding on to it and nothing happening with it that you finally release your grip and you finally, boom, it ends. But instead of falling, you land, right? You're landing where you're meant to. You're landing back on what you love. You're landing where fate and destiny is guiding you towards, which is what makes you happy. And instead of, it makes me think of like the phoenix rising, right? That bird that's literally burnt to death, but instead of that bird dying, it somehow revives itself and flies right out of that fire. That's you. See, there's through all the muck and through all the conflict, through all the chaos, through all the crap that you feel like you've been in, like there is beauty in it, and the sun is already casting its bright, bright, bright halo over you. Now it's a matter of having faith and trusting that what you want is going to come to you. And it's a matter of you reaching out towards it and still going after it, even if you can't see it. Because after all, what is that? That's called faith, right? Going after what you want, knowing it's yours when you can't see it, feel it, touch it, right? That's faith. But know that you won't have to go through this alone, because look, see, there's people. There are people. You're not, this sweet victory is not in vain, and it's not alone. You're not alone in this. Like there's people that are going to cheer you on. But again, see what I mean? But it's just time to go. Like it's time to let go. It's time to start new. It's just time. The new moon is guiding you towards this incredible transformation that you're just going to be in awe with how things turn out, because you're not seeing it right yet. I feel that for a lot of you. You're not seeing it right yet because it hasn't physically manifested, but let me tell you, it will. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned every Wednesday and Saturday for a brand new video. Thanks again for all your love and support. Talk to you soon.